someday. That song, for me, represents this process. This process of lighting each and every candle till we are the Christ. Till we are living and breathing and moving and behaving as our highest self. For those of you who have been here before in this process, for those of you who are here for the first time, I like to call the Christmas season our greatest hits time. We do faith, peace, love, joy. We do faith for 4 weeks leading up to Christmas. And the amazing part of it for me is that every week I get to experience them over again. A year more into my life, I get to hold another baby and experience what love is on that level, in that way. I get to experience the pain of losing people and experience what peace is in holding people, whether they're physically here or not. And I get to experience faith in a new way also, where I know that I don't know in a profound way. You know, for many of you know, JD and I have an 18-year-old as well. So yeah, we have 3. It's insane. And he's so sure. And I'm so grateful, I don't know. I'm so grateful that I can live in the question and have faith that it's all going to work out, that it all will be okay. So someday when Audrey and I were looking for songs, she suggested this one, and part of me went, oh wait, we don't do that. Here at Unity we affirm it's here and it's now. We got it. I am powerful. I am peace. I am joy. I am love. And on some level, that works. It really works to affirm the truth that you want to hold, to find that little part of you that is peace, that part of you that is joy and that is love, and to hold that wholly and fully and affirm it. But there's also power in understanding that this is all a process of unfoldment, and that we keep coming back, and back over the same lessons because we need them. We need to hear the words again and be reminded that this is a process of unfoldment of our true nature, of letting go of all of the things, the defenses we have built up around us to keep us supposedly safe, to keep us secure. And what they've done is imprisoned us in our own world. So those things that keep the bad, the evil, the dangerous, the different away, isolate you, separate you, and I believe diminish you. Now, I'm not telling you this because I have it all figured out. I'm telling you this today because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to understand how I become the whole 4 candles, how I become that light, how I become the full circle of divinity, of wholeness and understanding. As I was researching this talk, in between cleaning up baby throw up, I found the word and the definition of agape. And I've often thought I understood it, and then I went back into it again this week and played really with agape. Some of the definitions you'll read, you'll find that agape is referred to as selfless love or sacrifice in love. That you sacrifice the self for the concept of love. But in other definitions, you'll also find that it's this idea of divine love. Right? Idea of love that is just freely given, knowing there's no limit to it. And it's not attached to behaviors or specific people or specific attitudes. You know, that is something I have longed for, to be the receiver of, and yet have been stingy in giving it. I so wanted to receive love in that way, but haven't always done that. There's been two people in my life that I can specifically know that embody that for me wholly, and they're not relatives. They're not the people you would think would give you agape love, right? It's two people that I admire. The first one was a gentleman I worked with in theater years ago. He's transitioned. He's on the other side. David Masters is his name. David Masters was an amazing individual that was in the original Broadway company of Fiddler and did every production that I did with me through 30 years. He did this show, and he was amazing. I never, ever heard David Masters say a negative word or a not kind word about anyone. Anyone on the planet. And I was like, wow. And you know, I was living in New York in theater. There were negative words everywhere. There was filled with judgment and ridicule and condescension and bitterness. It was worn like a badge of honor if you could put someone else down for how they sang, what they looked like, what their show was like, any of it. And then there was another person I met when I moved here. And this other person sits in our pews. And it's Kate. And I have gotten to know her for now 4 or 5 years, since I first met her when I came here as an intern. And I'm always just so blessed to sit with her. For those of you who've had the experience, and know that no matter what's going on, how incredibly kind and sweet she is. Yes. And that kind of radiance of kindness is astonishing to sit next to be with, and especially for us to have her at the front door. But she's served many different ways here. Her life is about service. It's about what she can do for other people. No, I don't know a lot about Kate's life. I know some of the rough details. I know she's not had it incredibly easy. She's certainly faced her own losses and hardships and trials and tribulations. But I only get to see, and am privileged to know, the incredible kindness that pours out of her. So, me too. My question for us all is, where do we want to fit in life? How do we want to hold this concept of love that fits into this wreath? How do we want to hold and behave in that consciousness of love? So here I am again, 5th year, talking about lighting the candle for love. How is it going to make a difference in my life and in the world this month, this year, this time? What do I choose from this talk, from this Sunday, from this season to shift in myself so that I can embody love more fully, that I can embody all of these principles more fully? And then it hit me. There was this incredible phrase that I heard a couple years ago, and that I mentioned probably here once, but And the phrase is, I cannot judge you and love you at the same time. I can't judge you and love you at the same time. What if I applied that to my life today? To everyone in my life today. Everyone that crosses my screen, everyone that crosses my path, everyone that crosses me. Right? Everyone and everything. If I could consciously ask myself, do I want to judge this situation or this person or love them? And to know that that's a choice in the moment. That no matter what, I cannot really understand what's going on in that person's life. No matter what story I make up about why they're behaving the way they are, that story I make up about why they do whatever they do, or why I do, I can't fully understand it or know it. But I can choose to love. I can, in any moment, choose to move my thoughts from judgment to love. Now, that's not saying that you let people do whatever they want in your space. That's just saying, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, I value love. And I recognize that you might also. Not just let people run roughshod over you, but to call us all up higher. Call us all up to a different way of being. Imagine in the checkout line at the grocery store. In the holiday season, where it's snaking all the way through. That you would choose love. Yeah. When the jingle bells are playing over the music, right? And we're going, could this line move any faster? I've got to get home. I've got this to do, and I've got that to do. And for JD and I, as we sat last night when the kids were finally asleep, and we went, oh my God, can we do this? To know that that's all right to ask the question. And it's all right, whatever happens in our lives with this young man. He may stay for a couple nights, he may stay for a while. That the whole process is loving. The whole process is we choose to love him and his mother and the process that she's going through and all of us. Imagine if you could go to your family dinner. Your family dinner. And that uncle or that sibling, you could choose love. Choose to love. To extend love in the situation. I can't judge you and love you at the same time. And the world compartmentalizes us into the people we love who love us back, the people who are worthy of our love, and the people who are not. Well, here's a radical idea. There is no one, okay, who is not worthy of your love. Right? Can we say that again? There is no one who is not worthy of your love. No politician, no president of the United States, no president-elect of the United States, no sibling, no congregant, no person on the street that is not worthy of your love. And when you withhold it from that person, you're withholding it from yourself. Right? We get that? Not only when we withhold it from that person, we're withholding it from ourselves. But like I did for too long and continue to do, when I hold the negative thought, when I judge, I am the first recipient of that toxicity. I am the first person whose life is affected by my own negative thinking. Even though I want to project it onto somebody else. and them. I want to be like Kate and like David. I want to be who I am, but bigger. I want to be love. Love. Agape. This, of course, is 1 Corinthians. And as we know, it's often read at weddings. Right? It's often read at a specific romantic love encounters. But listen to it from the consciousness of agape. Listen to it from the consciousness of divine love, of whole love. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrong. No schadenfreude in love. But rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. Love never ends. So I'm going to invite Audrey back up. And she's going to perform a song for us that we often equate with romantic love. But I ask you to listen to this song from a different perspective. Imagine if you could bring your own divine love forward at every moment. Don't even imagine it. Vision it, which is a lot more powerful. See yourself as the ambassador of divine love in every moment. And as we listen to these words from the divine perspective, to see how you could shift your own life.